Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another Create a Sim video. And we are continuing the Elder-A-Day Create a Sim challenge, which I think I just started, last week? Something like that. Doing my best to try to stick to all 15 days because if you were unaware, this was originally created by Plumdot and it was a lookbook challenge for the days leading up to the release of Growing Together. So at the time of its release, I'm assuming it was 15 days prior to the release of the new pack. But we're on day 2, which is Stuck in the 60s. Now I knew going into this that I was likely going to be using a lot of items from Growing Together. And I did. But the one thing I really wanted to focus on, aside from just clothing, was the hairstyle. I did very, very briefly do a Google search for like 60s female hairstyles because I did choose to make a female sim, as well as a lot of the clothing styles. And I mean, let's just be frank, it was a lot of dresses. A lot of dresses for our women. And there's nothing wrong with that. Dresses can be very, very freeing. But I knew it was going to be a challenge because I didn't want to just explicitly use Growing Together. And I chose to give this sim not gray or white hair. She's got black hair, but it's like the black swatch that I end up choosing that's supposed to have streaks of gray, and honestly it looks like the blue black swatch that we have. So it doesn't really look like she's got gray streaks in her hair, which is a little bit disappointing, but I ended up choosing this hairstyle. I think it's from Nifty Knitting. You probably just saw it on screen and I didn't even notice it, but I thought it was perfect for being stuck in the 60s. And again, I immediately went to Growing Together for this one. And I wanted to use some fun colors, but I didn't go overboard, I don't think. Like, I love this swatch of this dress from Growing Together. I've never used it before. But one thing that I focused on as well was ensuring that this Sim's nails were always coordinated with the color of their outfit. Because if I've learned anything from Mad Men, like, I watched Mad Men. That's like I'd probably say it's probably one of my all-time favorite shows. I didn't like the ending. Don't even talk to me about the ending. But it was a great show. And it goes through the 50s, 60s, and the end of the 50s, through the 60s, and then like kind of the early 70s. And if there's one thing I know is that coordination was key. As a woman, you always had to look very, very put together. I mean, you can hopefully hear me gagging in the background. Wear whatever you want, look however you want, doesn't matter. But it served as great inspiration for this. So I had a lot of fun. So everything coordinated, like her nails coordinated. I think she always pretty much wore the same earrings. They were fairly neutral. But I did spend a lot of time just ensuring that the nails matched at a minimum, to every outfit. And just like the first sim that I made for this challenge, I think she has a couple of everyday outfits. I made sure that the glasses carried over, that her makeup was always pristine and perfect as well. And I think she's adorable. She kind of looks more like a youthful elder as well, I would say. And I think it's primarily just because of the hair color, but maybe she doesn't want to go gray yet. Maybe she's letting some streaks in, but she does still dye, like maybe she dyes her hair black now because she doesn't want it to go full white and she's trying to kind of hold on to that youth a little bit. I don't know. It could be something like that. Now, one of the other packs that worked really well for this, in my opinion, was Cottage Living, because that green spotted dress that I just put on, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was absolutely perfect for this look. And again, the categories that don't matter are like sleepwear and athletic wear. And in this particular case, I think even swimwear doesn't matter too much, though I think I found a swimsuit that kind of sort of matched. Like, I think one pieces for maybe your everyday sim or person in the 60s would probably have like a one piece compared to a bikini, but I could be wrong. I know there's going to be people in the comments that know far more than me about like the styles in the 60s. Please feel free to drop any information you'd like. I was really just going off of quick Google searches and my very, very limited rudimentary knowledge of fashion and style in the 60s. So please don't come for me. I'm also working with whatever's in the game, right? I'm doing my best. But this is the swimsuit that I ended up choosing. We go back to it in a second once I coordinate her nails. But I think I used it in a different swatch. Oh, and I used this same dress that I think I used on the first sim, but in a different swatch as well from Growing Together. It was perfect. And yeah, I used this swimsuit. I think I just do some bright colors, like the yellow and the polka dots with the green. It was so pretty, and it was so beautiful against her skin tone and complexion. I couldn't resist. And of course she has a sun hat. There's something that I'm doing for all the elders I've noticed. They either get some kind of sun hat and or they get, it's face paint. It's in the face paint category. Like the sunscreen from I think, actually, is it Seasons or is it actually base game at this point? I can't remember, but I put that on her as well. And then for her hot weather, she's got this. This probably isn't super 60s, but I think like the pattern and the colors worked for that time period. I think it's from For Rent. And then of course we have cold weather, which doesn't really matter that much, but that is pretty much it for this Create a Sim video. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Where is the hope? Where is the touch? Where is the tempo? You are my light, your shine.